Well, he became a household name as the lead singer of Powderfinger. So when Bernard Fanning released his debut solo album, it was a raging success. 20 years on, he decided to do a one-off anniversary gig for charity. But we all demanded more, and now it's a national tour.
Bernard Fanning back on stage, belting out one of his biggest hits.
Up so early, feels so bright. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Just a few thousand quick-thinking fans snapped up tickets for what was meant to be a one-off performance at Brisbane's QPAC Concert Hall, raising money for the charity Young Care.
I just wanna wish you well. I just wanna wish you well.
Now Fanning has big news for fans of his iconic Tea Sympathy album released 20 years ago.
Bernard, 20 years since Tea Sympathy. It feels like yesterday, or maybe I'm just getting old.
Sometimes.
How does it feel for you?
It's amazing that it is amazing that it's gone by so quickly. When you fill it in with another few years of Powderfinger and big tours and marriage and children, it flies by.
Originally you were planning just a one-off show for the 20th anniversary. What happened?
Well, the tickets went crazy for the first, for the one that was on sale, and we hadn't really expected that to be so overwhelming.
The 56-year-old former frontman for Powderfinger joining ACurrentAffair to announce details of his national tour next February and March.
We wanted to do a theatre show because that sort of suits the record and the music, and that's also what we did when we released the record. So we're playing in some of the same venues, but can't wait to get around the place and celebrate with people. That was the thing that was so overwhelming when we did sell the tickets to this first show, was that there were people from all over the country saying Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, Melbourne, whatever. So that's why it took us a little while to get it together.
And now you're delivering for them.
Yes, of course. My people.
That means he's putting the same band back together that he toured with 20 years ago during a one-year break from Powderfinger.
It's awesome to have old friends that are so familiar. Actually, we were doing rehearsal last week before the show, and we had a few days put aside to be able to get everything together. And after about 20 minutes, we'd done 4 songs, and we were like, we're going to be having a day off here. So it was a lot of fun. It's just being with old friends like that are really close and understand each other's sense of humour makes that connection on stage much better.
Tea Sympathy was a monster hit, cleaning up at the ARIA Awards, including Album of the Year and Songwriter of the Year for Fanning too.
For you to put all that out there as a debut album under your own name, how much pressure did you feel back then?
Well, I didn't really feel any pressure because all the pressure was on Powderfinger anyway. So once it sort of took off, it was a bit different. I mean, it created different pressures within Powderfinger as well because of the success of that record.
It allowed him to experiment with different sounds outside the Powderfinger style, like the opening riff on Thrill Is Gone. Fanning says it would have been deemed too country for Powderfinger.
We had a thing called Taking It Through Council, which is when you brought a new song to Powderfinger, which was, you know, we would go into our rehearsal room and the 5 of us would be there and we'd go, okay, has anyone got something? And I'd go, yeah, I've got something. And it was really weird. Even after 15 years of being together, you'd be kind of nervous about presenting this new idea.
Sit so high on the city wall.
But that thing of like playing a song for the first time to an audience, even if it's your friends who are in your band, is really nerve-wracking. Because as you're playing it, you're like, oh God, that chord should be different. Or whatever it is, you know, or this melody should change, or that lyric sucks, or whatever it is. It's still the same.
So Thrill Is Gone would have got the thumbs down.
Definitely would have got the thumbs down from Maximus. Yeah, no doubt.
It's not so much that the thrill is gone. It's just cleaner, sweeter, brighter. Thrill has come along.
Thankfully, the thrill of songwriting isn't gone for Bernard Fanning. He's still pumping out new albums and collaborations like this one with Paul Dempsey from Something for Kate.
Something got a hold on you. Might be any closer.
And a remix of one of his own hits with Indigenous rapper Baker Boy.
Are those collaborations part of the joy of being Bernard Fanning circa 2025?
Am I about to start talking about myself in the third person? It's always great when you hear younger artists talk about your music, and if it's had some influence on them, that's great, especially if you like their music.
Despite keeping busy, Fanning is happy to keep a much lower profile these days, raising a family in Byron Bay.
You're hardly anonymous now, but your profile is lower. What are the pros and are there any cons?
There's not many cons. The pros are just being able to get around living a pretty normal life. I can still get tickets to the cricket, which is probably the most important thing. You know, I've never really been interested in that side of it. The idea is to make music and to and it's primarily a selfish pursuit. It's something that I do on the first level for myself because it probably saves me lots of time and money on therapy. I live in a tourist town, so most of the people either wouldn't have a clue or couldn't give a shit about Powderfinger. So that helps as well.
Well, I think those people are in the minority.
Right.
There's constant speculation about Powderfinger getting back together for a tour or an album. Do you find that irritating or flattering or both?
Oh, it's certainly flattering. I mean, the fact that people are still so attached to Powderfinger's music, but even Powderfinger as an idea, I think is very flattering. It's great. I mean, we're very proud of our legacy as a band.
Do you ever write a song and think, oh, that'd be a great Powderfinger song?
Sometimes, yeah. Even when Powderfinger was together, wasn't writing a song necessarily and thinking, oh, this is a Powderfinger song. I just imagined a band playing it in my head. But primarily, I always wanted to make it work on an acoustic guitar with a vocal or a piano or keyboard of some kind. Because then that usually was an indication that the song was good enough to be arranged in any way.
Will there ever be a reunion?
Oh, look, we're all busy. I mean, I've got my own records and family. Hoggy plays guitar in the church, the band, the church. So he's on tour constantly. Darren makes his own records. Cogsy's making movies on the Sunshine Coast. And JC's the nighttime commissioner of Queensland, and running a nightclub. So
A bit busy.
Everyone's got stuff on at the moment, but who knows? It's very flattering that people are still interested.
But at least fans can watch Fanning perform the full set from Tea Sympathy around Australia next year.
There's a lot of affection for this record, and I think because people could relate to it on a very personal level, because it was essentially a breakup record, and almost everyone's been through that.
No, we're not finished just yet. Gotta get this off my chest.
Even the feedback online about what a difference that record made to a lot of people's lives, I mean, that's kind of what you're striving for as an artist. Once you put it out there and people connect with it, that's what you hope for. You're hoping for connection. I mean, we're living in a world that is so disconnected, and we're so driven by our phones and computers and all that stuff. And music brings us back to that really primary, emotional, guttural stuff where you don't even need vision. You don't need anything. You can have your eyes closed and be enjoying it, and it can move you and actually physically move you and emotionally move you. That's still the most powerful thing for me.
Bernard Fanning, thank you and good luck on the national tour.
Thanks, Ken. Cheers.
Thank you.
Definitely fangirling. He is one of the very best, and tickets for that tour go on sale today. You'll find all the details on our website. And how good is it to support live Aussie music? We need more of it.